Well, thank you everybody for being here this morning, and it is my pleasure to introduce Ronda Armstrong. And just let you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Everybody hear me back there? Great. My name is Ronda Armstrong, and I'm with Center Sphere of Lincoln. I love the song Don't Stop Believing. Anybody know the first line? Small town girl, yep. So straight out Adams Street, 23 miles is where I grew up. Small town of Elmwood, 505 people, 9 people in my graduating class. And showed cows, did everything outside that I could do. Didn't ever want to be home. And I still am that way, obviously, from what I do. But I graduated, and 3 days later, I was living in Lincoln. Got out of there as fast as I could. I went to SEC for business and accounting. Actually, my degree is in word processing. Does that tell you how long ago that's been? Yeah. Yes. It's like, wow, that's crazy. Who knows what you're going to do when you grow up, right? So, word processing. Graduated from there, worked in finance for about 8 years. Then got into insurance a long time ago. Aaron remembers this. So I worked for American Family for a while, and really been in Lincoln for 8-10 years and really didn't know very many people. So I was like, okay, I have to fix this. So I actually started one of the first BNI groups in 1998 because I knew I had to get out there, and met a lot of great people, joined the chamber, just knew that networking was where I needed to be, and I also found that that's where I wanted to be. Really want to help people grow and connect. I know that's a big word for a lot of you, is the connections, not just the referrals, is the connections that you make with people. So during that time, I had a friend whose mom got cancer, and we started a Relay for Life team in 1999, and 3 years later, I'm working for them. Worked for them for 16 years, and I really felt at home with the American Cancer Society because I was always helping people. I was like the cancer lady. You know, somebody has cancer, they call me and ask, what do you think about this doctor or this treatment? And I was a fundraiser, so I really didn't know all those answers, but I could help them find it. So being there for 16 years, I learned a lot. I met my best friends, my heroes. A lot of my heroes aren't here anymore because of cancer, but I really found my place. And then right before COVID hit, I decided that I needed to move on, and actually it was a really good thing that I did. As you know, nonprofits are really hurting right now, and the American Cancer Society is definitely one of them. And so I still obviously support their cause, but not involved anymore. So I got into Center Sphere through the American Cancer Society. I was in a chapter and really felt a family out of my chapter. And then my husband and I decided to open a restaurant in South Lincoln called Cowboy Chicken. Yes, it was great food, but it was so stressful for me because I was still working full-time for the American Cancer Society and doing catering and delivery and whatever else had to be done to own a business. So it's not here any longer, and that's okay. We gave it a try. My husband's been in the restaurant business for over 30 years, and he really just wanted to do it on his own, but we realized that just two of us couldn't make that happen. So we're moving on, and life is good. He travels 90% for his job, and my goal is to travel with him. So, yeah.
Well, great. Can you tell us a little bit about Center Sphere and the mission of Center Sphere for those who are not in a chapter?
Yeah. How many are not in a chapter of Center Sphere?
Why not?
Thank you, Diane.
Maybe later.
Yes, yes. Centersphere is a networking platform. It came from Omaha through 5 guys who were meeting for coffee every week and decided, hey, maybe there's others that want to do this. 12 years ago, I think this is our 12th year coming up in April. And so we've been around for a long time. And in Lincoln, we have like 23 chapters that meet different times of the day, different days of the week. And the purpose of the chapter meeting is that you have an industry, all different industries in these meetings. So you'll never have more than one real estate agent, not more than one insurance agent, and so that you all really can connect with each other because you meet weekly, and be able to trade business practices, friendships, everything, family. My first chapter, I still communicate with them probably weekly, even though we aren't in the same chapter anymore. It really is a family, and I know with a lot of you in the room here, I feel like we've known each other for a long time, and I know that I can count on sending you a referral because I trust that you're going to take care of my friends. So if you are interested in finding out more information, there are some flyers back there, but I would love to talk to you afterwards and give you some more insight about it.
Great. Can you tell us either your favorite quote or a favorite piece of advice or a favorite tool that you've used in your career?
I don't have a favorite quote besides "Don't stop believing." That kind of is just me. I do have a quote that I really like, and I think it brings home what Centersphere is as a whole. It says, "Your net worth grows by your network."
Oh, that's a good one.
And I think that's really important to understand, and a lot of younger kids coming out of college don't understand that. Their network is their phone. And I feel like it's so important to know people personally. And that's what we do with Centersphere by meeting weekly. And we also do promote one-on-ones, social events, coffee and connections, which is kind of a combination of today. But, you know, out of half this room, I can probably tell you 4 or 5 facts about every Centersphere member. And I think that's important. In order to trust sending business to someone, you need to know more than their name and what they do.
Absolutely. Do you have any advice for a business owner who might be new and is intimidated by networking?
We just talked about that yesterday, Cheryl. You've got to just get out there. The people that are networking are nice. They're not going to be rude. They're going to want to talk to you. They want to talk to you. They want to know who you are. They want to get to know you. So I think it's breaking down that shell, getting out there, talking to people. It's so important to network, and it feels so good when someone says, "Hey, do you know somebody who does this?" Yeah, I do. Let me call them first. Let them know you're going to be calling, and then you can explain what you need from them. My advice is to think outside the box. The term "that's the way we've always done it" doesn't work anymore. COVID showed us that, right? So you need to think of things, doing things differently, talking to different people that you might not have thought maybe could help you get where you need to go. But everybody has something that they can share with you, and you need to find what that is from everybody.
Fantastic. Is there one thing, I'm curious about cowboy chicken. Is there probably lots of lessons that you've taken away from that experience, but is there a top memory or a top lesson that you could share with us from that experience?
I did a lot of dishes because I don't really cook. So the one thing that we really gained from that was the love from the community. We really felt connected, really grew our network. We did a lot of catering, a lot of deliveries, a lot of business meetings. We did an open house for Troy. So we did a lot of great things, and so family and friends really stepped up, and that's what I really miss about that is I'd see them coming in the door, because my place was by the fireplace, by the pit where all the chickens were. That was where I stood all the time, and I could see people coming in the door right away, and it's just that smile, that wave, and so that's what I miss. But through it all, my husband and I, he's the brains of the business, but we supported each other no matter what, and it was tough. It was a very tough 3 years, and you know how long it takes to get out of a business that doesn't do well. And I think we're finally hitting that peak where we're getting there. I can see the end of that financial distress that we went through, and we're positive and moving forward. So
Fantastic. What do you do to stay perked up?
you guys, people, connections, relationships, having a list of people that I need to talk to and want to get to know better, and just keep scheduling those. That's my passion, is learning about people and trying to see if I can connect them to someone that can help them with their business.
Great. Final question from me, and then we'll open it up for everybody else. What are your favorite local restaurants?
Oh dear.
Or businesses.
That's a tough one for me because I'll give you my rant. We were a franchise. Cowboy Chicken was a franchise. And I know there's a lot of people that they're not local, they're franchise. We were very local people. We were, everybody in that building was local. We live next door to you. Our kids go to school. So don't assume because they have a franchise name that they're a franchise. I mean, all the chicken places. Raising Cane's is owned by Jennifer and Justin. Slim Chickens is owned by Bill and Stacy. What are the other ones? I mean, there are so many. Chick-fil-A is owned by Charlie, who went to Northeast. So I know them specifically, obviously, because they were our friendly competition. But don't assume that they're all corporate, because the people inside running them are your neighbors. My favorites are, we love Momo's, we love Carmelo's, we love Mi Tierra for Mexican. We actually don't go out a lot. My husband cooks, so that's a good thing. When he's gone, I eat a lot of salads. But yeah, we have a great friends that own a lot of businesses in town, and so it would be hard to pick because we have so many, but we certainly promote our friends as much as we can.
Great, thank you. Does anybody have questions or comments for Rhonda?
How many centers for chapters are there in Lincoln?
23. Yeah.
And the best one meets Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Rockin' Joe's.
Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m.
Oh my God, yeah. Just hang out at Rockin' Joe's, I'm telling you, you'll find some centers there, Joe.
Yeah.
How do you join the
The
chapter?
average size chapter, how many people?
You know, I would say 8 to 15. There are some that are 15 to 20. There are some that are 6 or 7. COVID really went like this, and since January, we've probably added 20 people. You know, I think it changed a lot of people's perspective, either one way or the other. They need advertising, they need to get out, or I kind of like staying home, you know? So it changed a lot of attitudes one way or the other. And so groups are always changing. People are changing not because of, well, a lot of things. You know, their times might not work anymore and they might have kids in school. We have a lot of different options as far as locations, time of the day, and days of the week. I would say Wednesday is our biggest day of meetings. But they're from 7 o'clock in the morning, and we have one that meets at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So lots of different options. To join Centersphere, I would love to talk to you more about it, how it works. There are flyers back there, but just go to centersphere.com. That's our webpage. There are some videos, some testimonials, and it's all about making your business better and how we can help you do that.
Other questions? Diane, you have no questions?
I'm working on it. I'm trying. My brain's like. How long have you? I know you said you've been in centers, or you've been the area director for how long?
Since August. August 15th.
And you've been a member though of Centersphere for?
I think about 7, 8 years. Started with the American Cancer Society and then Cowboy Chicken. Yeah. But like I said, the friends that I made from my chapter are just irreplaceable.
And what do you enjoy most about your job as area director of Centersphere?
I love that I can work anywhere. I love that I can go to a coffee shop and see 10 people that I know.
Both good and bad.
Yes. I really love connecting people. And I was talking to Cheryl yesterday about that. I even in high school knew, because we, D2 school, you have to play sports and you have to do everything in order for them to happen. But I knew at that point probably 5 people from all the small towns and what they played and who are they related to. And I also showed cows, and so you just get this network of friends. And I didn't realize it until like last week that I've been networking since high school, through music and sports and everything. So that's what makes me tick, is connecting people and seeing people that I haven't seen for a long time. So actually I have a flowing list of people that I haven't seen for a long time that I want to connect with. College roommates, college friends from all over the country, and whether that's through Facebook or a phone call or a trip, I have a list.
Thanks for the cookies too.
Yes, there's cookies and coffee in the back if you didn't find them.
Any other questions?
I just wanted to make a comment. Thank you so much for saying, making the comment about franchises, because we hear it all the time, oh, you're a franchise. And I don't think people understand that you pay extra money to be part of a franchise, and it's really what SCORE does. It gives you some of that knowledge, and it gives you some kind of foundation to work with. But I just appreciate that.
Still your neighbor.
Yeah.
It is still your neighborhood.
Yeah.
It is. It's easy to lose sight of that. Oh, McDonald's. Well, yeah, guess what? That's your neighbor's kid working that shift. You don't go there, guess what? They're gonna get lit up. They're gonna do get the bad money.
Yeah, I mean the manager of the Walmart lived down the street from me, and I saw him every time I went to Walmart. He'd say hi. So it's a different mentality, and I understand that people want to support local, and I get that, and I definitely do. But having a franchise name doesn't mean you're not local.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that translates to direct sales also.
Yes.
Because you'll have all of these companies, but it's like, okay, it's the mother needing money to pay for bills that is your direct salesperson. So when you're shopping local, you are shopping local, and you're also bringing taxes into the city from every purchase from that person.
Yep. For sure. Yeah, direct sales is another thing that kind of gets knocked around, and we all know so many people in direct sales. What would we do without them? I mean, you know, they're an added business. They're an added person to your networking group that knows everybody. They know everybody because they work their butts off. So they're really an added plus to my network, in my opinion.
Anyone else? Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Stick around, have more coffee, have more cookies, network.